welcome back to another Christmas themed video. This one, as you'll see by the title, is all about the Christmas movies. So I went through Netflix and watched a ton of Christmas films on there so that I can tell you guys which ones you should watch and which ones you definitely shouldn't. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you do. And let's get into it. Okay, so I decided to film this video because I have been super Christmassy this year. So festive. I feel so festive. And I have since the middle of November. Very early for me. I'm not normally that festive that early. So I actually started watching Christmas movies on the 19th of November. I know. So early. So early. But it meant that I got so many in for you guys so that during this festive season, whenever this video goes up, I'm pretty sure this will be up on the 27th of December. So you can enjoy some festive films and I really hope you enjoy them. I have really loved making this video and watching these films. Some of them I've loved a little bit less than others. But yeah, I'm going to show you them all. I'm going to start with the worst, work my way up to the best, and I'm going to try and keep this short and snappy so that I can tell you all of them because I actually watched 23 films. So before I start going into the ratings, I just want to say the way you rate a Christmas movie is different to how you would rate a normal movie. Most Christmas movies are cheesy, the acting isn't great, it's got a super predictable storyline. That is what Christmas movies are like, okay? So don't watch this video thinking I'm going to be comparing these movies to like Marvel films. No, this is a whole different league, a whole different rating system. If I was using a normal rating system, they probably wouldn't even get a rating. So this is a Christmas rating system. So bear that in mind whilst we go through these. So the first one I rated a 2 out of 10. I actually turned this off. Couldn't finish it. It was too bad I couldn't finish it. And that was this, the Christmas Wedding Planner. It looked really good. The trailer looked okay. But I started watching it and it was very, very childish. So I would say if you're about 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12, 8 to 12, I reckon you'd enjoy this film. It was way too like cheesy. The acting was awful, like so bad. It was cringing me out. I literally couldn't even watch it. So I turned it off. So that's this one, and this was the lowest rated one. This was a 2 out of 10. Next up, we have got this one, Father Christmas is Back. So I actually rated this one a 3 out of 10. I did watch the whole thing. The last one was the only one I turned off. I did watch the whole thing, and I gave it a 3 out of 10. Again, the acting. Some of the acting was good, but most of it was shocking, like so bad. There were so many really cringy moments, like almost too cringy to bear. And it was just a little bit weird of a storyline. But it's festive. It is very festive. So that is why I gave it a 3, because it was festive. I will give them that. It was a Christmassy film. But the storyline was a little bit weird. Next up, we have got all the Christmas Princes. So A Christmas Prince 1, A Christmas Prince 2, and A Christmas Prince 3. I watched all 3 of them. So this is number 1. Number 1, I gave a 6. Then you have A Royal Wedding, which is where they get married. And that one I gave a 5. A Royal Wedding where they get married. And then you have the third one, which is A Royal Baby, where they have a baby. And that one I gave a 4. So, yeah, 3 different movies. The first one was definitely the best one. I feel like it was a lot more polished. They weren't trying to extract as much out of it. I find that sometimes when you have like multiple films, the multiple ones after the original always feel really like, oh, they're trying to get so much more from this. And I actually have another example of that in my other films that I have here. But yeah, it just felt like they were just trying to create loads of stuff and do loads of stuff with it. And it just wasn't necessary. The first one was okay. The first one was a fine Christmas film. There was nothing wrong with it. But I just felt like they went a bit too far with 2 and 3. So yeah, number 1, a 6, number 2, a 5, number 3, a 4. Okay, next up we have got Princess Switch 3. So for me, I was like, you know, it's Vanessa Hudgens, she is quite good in it. It is a child's film, so I had to remember it is a film for children. But it just felt like, hold on a minute, they're just trying to get people to switch constantly here. It's just constant switching, trying to work out what storyline they can do this year to get them all to switch again. So it felt a bit far-fetched. So that one I gave a 5 because it was good, it was watchable, it was enjoyable, but it wasn't like great. It was very average. Next up we have got this one, which is Last Christmas, and this one I thought was quite interesting. It's called Last Christmas. It's all based off the song Last Christmas, but it didn't feel super Christmassy. Like, it felt like a normal film that just happened to end around the time of Christmas. It did not feel like a Christmas movie, to be honest, which kind of made me knock it down quite a few, because I was like, it's a good film, but this is supposed to be a Christmas film and it's not giving me the Christmas vibes. So this one I actually gave a 5 out of 10. Very average. Okay, so we're going up a little bit. We're going up to the 6 out of 10 category. So this 6 out of 10 is called A Holiday Calendar. Now, I really actually enjoyed this film. I wasn't like completely engrossed in it. Bear in mind, all these films so far I have been watching whilst doing something else. I haven't just been sat there fully engrossed in a film. I have been doing something else. So I would say this one was good. It was very interesting. It had a bit of a different take on a Christmas film, which I really enjoyed. It was very interesting. I actually really enjoyed it. So I gave this a 6 out of 10. It was slightly above average, which was fair. I felt like this was a fair rating for this movie. But it was Christmassy and the acting wasn't awful. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good background Christmas film that I would recommend if you're wrapping presents or something like that. It does have a Christmassy vibe. So, next two are joined together because they are part of a series, and it is the Christmas Chronicles series. So we've got Christmas Chronicles 1 and Christmas Chronicles 2. So I actually really enjoyed these films, and I gave these a 7 out of 10. I loved the Christmassy aspect. They gave me like Santa Claus vibes. Santa Claus 1, 2 and 3. Favourite Christmas films ever. I absolutely love them. They're so good. And Christmas Chronicles kind of gave me that vibe. I really enjoyed it. I watched them both with Josh, actually. These are the only two films that Josh watched with me. And yeah, they were really good. I gave them both a 7. I would definitely recommend them. If you're in the Christmas spirit, perfect Christmas wrapping movies. If you're wrapping Christmas presents. But yeah, I really enjoyed these films. I loved the magical aspect to them. I loved like the child Christmas aspect. I just really liked them. Okay, so next up I've got this one, Office Christmas Party. Now, I love a Jennifer Aniston film. Love Jennifer Aniston. She's one of my favourite actresses. I enjoy everything that she's been in. I'm yet to see something I haven't enjoyed. This one I think is a 15. I will put on the screen what the rating of it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a 15. So just be aware of that when you watch it. There are a lot of sexual things in it, and swearing as well. It's definitely rated a 15. So just be wary of that. It's really funny. The sister is played by Jennifer Aniston and she's really good in it. Love it. Yeah, really enjoyed this film. So the next film is this one, which is called Love Hard. Now, I gave this one a 7 out of 10. I actually really kind of enjoyed this film. It was super Christmassy. It's basically about a writer in LA. She joins a dating app and she starts talking to this guy. She really likes him. It seems to all be going well, and they don't normally go well. And she ends up flying 3,000 miles to surprise him for Christmas. And it turns out she's been catfished. Bad. And yeah, this film was so funny. I loved it. So it's all really funny. It's all quite lighthearted. There's lots of funny moments in it that I really like. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Thumbs up from me. You should definitely go and watch it. This one I gave an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this one. This one is, again, a Vanessa Hudgens film. It's just a really lighthearted Christmas film, and I really enjoyed it. So I gave this one an 8 out of 10. And last but by no means least, I actually ended up watching Love Actually for the first time recently with my friends, and it was a 10 out of 10, guys. It was a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I really loved it. And it's now on Netflix. So if you guys haven't seen it like me, I highly recommend you go see it. But this film is basically like New Year's Day. I don't know if any of you have seen New Year's Day. It's a better version than New Year's Day, though. Trust me. But it basically splits off into different storylines of different characters, and it follows all the different storylines of those characters. I'm sure you all know about it. It's a super famous film, but I've just never seen it. And I watched it for the first time this year and really enjoyed it, so I gave that one a 10 out of 10. Super Christmassy, good acting, super famous people in it. And yeah, really enjoyed that. That was probably the only Christmas film I watched this whole time that I actually just watched. I did nothing else. I sat with my friends and watched a film. And yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. And that concludes my video, guys. Christmas movies rated from 2 to 10. So yeah, I really hope some of these movies have interested you. If you watch any of them, let me know. If you've already seen them, let me know what you think in the comments about them. Thank you so much for making your way all the way through this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below to see more from me. The next video that will be coming out will be my clothing haul, my Christmas clothing haul from Shein, so make sure you check that out, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.